Pop in, say hi. If you've never come into one of my lives before, hi, I'm Cindy. I explore the inside and the outside, and out of the corner of my eye, I can see there are updates. Uh, Owner can send messages. Isn't that interesting? I'm supposing that people can still do the comment, but I guess in that approved users, it is my moderator. So when I approve you as a moderators, I guess that's where you guys can get a hold of me through, oh, I guess through my Google account or something. I'm not sure. This is something different, some kind of notice, something different. It says only viewers selected by the channel owner can send messages. Okay, that isn't chat. Say hi, pop in. If you never come into one of my lives before, come in just to test that notion and say hi and join in. Today is one of our favorite nights of the month. We do it twice a month where Cindy, right, saves her staff charges basically because she's too exhausted because it has been a rough couple of weeks. Too exhausted to unpack the bags, but I saved them for Sunday nights, and it's something we've been doing. I think now for a couple of years, right? And it's something we enjoy doing. And by the time I get the bags home, I have no idea what's in them unless I spot something sitting on top. So it's like Christmas for me every time I do my staff charges. Hello, Owen. Hello, Andrew. We got show and tell today. Uh, I'm not sure what you guys are going to think of my items this week. I remember being pretty pleased with some of the things that I got, but also taking note, as usual, that I am frivolous with my money, right? I don't have a big enough home to keep bringing stuff in. So I make sure that when I go to work, that I take stuff up out. So whatever I bring into my home, I have to take out extra volume, and it's whether or not I take it to work and donate it at work because we're a registered charity, or me and my sisters on Mondays we like to do the Salvation Armies, which are thrift stores, and we like to spend time together. And she loves thrifting, and I love thrifting, and I love spending time with my sisters. So me and her, we kind of we do a round usually on Mondays. We won't be doing it this Monday because it is Remembrance Day. For my sisters, is much more than a day to remember the veterans because it's like Veterans Day, right? We give remembrance to those men and women who have given up their lives, sometimes their own livelihoods if they get injured, and sometimes these injuries, right, are lifelong. And it's a moment for us to, right, recognize. We don't always recognize, we don't always appreciate, right? So it's really neat that along with the statutory holidays, the fun stuff like Easter and Christmas, right, Thanksgiving, those turkey days, right? That we get paid for those if we're not working that day, right? We get paid for those days. But there are specific days that we don't get paid for, right? And it's really neat because we have um, uh, Remembrance Day is a day that we don't get paid for. We have a holiday in August. It's a civic holiday, so it's not for the general public, that holiday, so we don't get paid for that one. And then there's one with the indigenous that we have, and it's to we call it here Louis Riel Day, and it's a day for us to uh, take note and have contemplations, time to contemplate and not be rewarded in that, except for that contemplation and any kind of information that you get along the way, because sometimes, there are discussions in the news, there's discussions at church, there's discussion between employees because some employees will go, oh, great, a holiday. Some employees will go, oh my goodness, I lose a day of work and I lose a day of pay, right? And other people, and I'm one of those people, I go, you know what? That's a great way for um, paying respect. A little bit of uh, it's not retribution. It's the government used the word. I was just watching a documentary too about the buffalo being returned to the Banff area in Alberta, and they were talking about it. But there are holidays out there that aren't really holidays. They are days of taking note, and it is deserving that we should not be paid for them, in my opinion, because they're supposed to impact, that there's a day where, we're supposed to contemplate, spend a little time in reflection of what happened with the indigenous and being put into the school systems set out by the government and stuff. And sometimes, it's a tough one for me because I have that belief that we are supposed to amalgamate and assimilate. Maybe not everybody in this lifetime. Hello, dears. I hear you. I see you. I just kind of on a roll with this, but my belief is that truly we are supposed to amalgamate and to assimilate, not just with ourselves, but with each other, right? We're supposed to be one big family, not all split up into different spaces. And then I took that time to end my spiel there just because I said hi. And I sometimes that happens. I lose track of where I was, but I was talking about having some days that we shouldn't be rewarded in that remembrance, right? So Remembrance Day is not a paid holiday, but it is a day off without pay. And if you want to grumble that you're losing a day of pay, that's okay because you're thinking about why you're losing that day of pay, right? And then those of you who are going, oh my goodness, yay, a day off from work. Well, you know what? If that's what you need in the moment, you're not getting paid. Do with your day as you please, right? And then, right, then for me, I'm going, oh, really can't afford, right, to lose a day. And I'm not losing a day because tomorrow's my day off on a normal day anyway. So it doesn't make any difference for me. And because I'm good with whatever hours that I get at work, right? That I am busy. And I'm busy in good things, busy in things that are going to serve me and going to serve others along the way. And I'm grateful for that job that puts the roof over my head, right? It's exhausting, but it's fun and it serves, right? It really does in lots of different ways. But I'm just going to, right? I tried to whistle while you work today. Just couldn't whistle while you work. I wasn't clock watching, but I was just not excited to be at work. I needed to be at work. And at the end, I felt proud because everything looked pretty amazing when I left. It could have been a little bit cleaner, but I was in a big project. We were putting out the Christmas. I put out six great big, I priced it all and I made a big display, all our Christmas stuff. and she didn't want it out until after Remembrance Day. She didn't want to put out the Christmas, and I love that. That's in respect. That's a way of making note, right? We just don't want to go straight from Halloween to Christmas, but lots of businesses do that, right? You walk into Walmart and something and you could see that Christmas is happening the day after Halloween. And it's kind of nice that my boss, right, the big boss has said we're going to just wait after Remembrance Day, right, and give Remembrance Day its due. But she wanted it ready to go for when the store opened on Tuesday. So I was happy. I was happy to do it. It kept me busy because, right, if I hadn't been busy in that project, maybe I would have been a little bit clock watching, right? But I was too busy to be clock watching. But I wasn't my normal, cheery, happy self. I wasn't miserable or anything because I use my job, right? I'm grateful that I have a job that I can practice my craft, that I can, right? I spread that sunshine all over the place. And a few people came by today for a little bit of sunshine. And I was just like, ah. Right? It's been a long, long time since I've had that feeling. I have been dragged out the past couple of weeks, right? That's just coming off of my holidays and getting back into the swing of things. And plus, we're in November, and you guys know November is not a good time for me on a good day, right? So as soon as we get through November, we are solid. We are good. It's the only month that kind of trips me up on occasion, right? For my sisters, Remembrance Day also means a little bit something else. It's a little bit more of a special day. It is the day that my mother passed away, 11/11. For me, that relationship with my mother was a little bit strained, right? So it's just her going, well, I'll give you something to remember. And that's how I look at it. But I'm going to be busy tomorrow because I'm editing my next installment of my next video tomorrow. I'm just going to maybe do laundry, just piddle around. I did lots of housework, in the past couple of days, knowing my days off were coming and knowing that, right, I had to get up. I had to move. Otherwise I wouldn't be doing any moving at all. And so I got a little bit ahead of the game, and I'm happy for that. All I'll have to do is maybe a little bit of laundry because of the staff charges. But we're going to have some fun tonight, you guys, because I don't even remember, except like I said, the few things that are sitting on top here. So the first thing I'm going to show you, and I'll give you a close up just in case anybody wants to help me on the research on this one. I wasn't too sure. It wasn't in great shape. It was a print, and it's orange, which is the color of my dining room and my kitchen area, orange, blue, and white. I don't have a dining room in the moment, but my new place will have a little bit of a dining room. And it was orange, and I don't get many things that are orange, and it blew me away. I just loved it. And I'm a tree person, you guys. You guys know I'm all about mother nature here. So I didn't know if why I grabbed this picture, right? The orange was the only thing that I can think of, is that I got attracted to the color of orange. But there are a couple of things about this print. It was printed in 1973. So this print is over 50 years old. Number one, it was very well framed at the time that it was printed off, or when it was framed. Unfortunately, this print wasn't on that acid-free paper, so there is some mildew or acetone color discoloration on the picture. But I've seen these pictures go literally for a fortune. And if I can get the artist, we're having a hard time getting the name right. 4 people said the name is Allison, and a couple of people are pretty convinced that the first letter in the name is S. I cannot find the print anywhere. I cannot find the artist anywhere. Oh, and one more thing. It was the artist proof. And I don't know if you guys know what an artist proof is. When you make your prints, the first one you print off, like your final, when you're all done and it's the first one that you print off, that usually goes to the artist, which it did, and it's marked artist proof, and it's marked by the artist itself. So I'll put it real close so you can see the signature. But first, I want your guys' opinion as to what you think of this picture that I think is a super score, and I might be willing to invest some money to have it professionally taken care of. Here it is, you guys. Is that not the coolest thing? I don't know. Give me your opinion. It is an abstract, you guys. I've never seen this one. I Google lensed it. I cannot find the artist anywhere. You can see, whoopsie, there it says artist, artist, artist copy. What does it say? Artist proof. Yeah, artist proof. And then on the other side, how do I get this without knocking my coffee over and everything? I don't think I'm going to be able to get it close. Here, I'm getting there. Is the date beside her signature. You guys, I think that's going to be the closest I'm going to be able. Oh, maybe I can get a little bit closer. That's as close as I can get it. A couple of people are convinced that that's an S. But right, a few people are convinced that it is Allison. So if you guys, if you're a smarty pants and you want to help me out, right, I'm thinking it is something. My spidey senses, you guys, are going off on this picture. Right? And when my spidey senses get turned on like that, it means something to me. So, if it's worth something, I'll invest some money in having it professionally cleaned, right? And I can't change the paper on it, right? But maybe there's some kind of there must be something that they can do for it, because there's lots of art out there, lots of prints out there before that acid-free artist canvases were invented or started being used. So that's the first piece, you guys. That's my piece of art. I just wanted to show you that, so I can just move that right out of the way, because I don't want that to fall. I don't want that to fall down. Yeah, I absolutely love it. If nothing else, those little dots don't bother me at all. If I'm keeping it, but if it's just for me, it'll just be hanging up in my dining room, is what it is. It's a nice piece. It's not Mother Nature, so it's not in my space, right? But when I have guests over and everything, it'd be kind of nice to kind of have a Andy Warhol kind of piece. I think that would be kind of amazing. And I love the colors, like I said. Okay, you guys. I'm not a big celebrator of Christmas, but I thought I'd hang something. I thought I would hang something on my door. It was only $2. It was really pretty. It was really well made. It wasn't a cheap one or anything. And so the gold things, I'll just untangle it and I will just hang it on my door to celebrate Christmas. The next couple of days off, on my days off, I'm going to pull out my Christmas tree. Yes, I now have a Christmas tree. I went over 20 years after my marriage fell apart. I stopped celebrating Christmas. I took the presents and gave presents and got stockings and stuff and had mincemeat pie. You guys know, right? But that actually celebration. I never decorated my house, never had a Christmas tree or anything. And then yeah, I got a little ceramic one, and I love it. Next weekend, you'll see my tree. It'll be right behind me down there, and you'll see it up, right? So I'm going to have a little bit. Oh, my Scotty dog. There's a couple of things that I picked up in the past few years. I was the biggest Christmas baby ever, right? And as an adult, I call myself Christmas baby too. I just loved Christmas. But sometimes, in those sad or difficult experiences, right, you kind of don't care, right? You just kind of give up, and you're unhappy anyway. So you might as well just revel in it, right? You might as well just destroy everything, take every little bit of happiness out of your life and just, right? Yeah. I'm not that person. I was in it for quite a while, right? It was a sad situation. But yeah, that's what I suspect. Oh my goodness. So, two of my sisters wanted lug purses for Christmas. So, I've been keeping my eye open, and I got a little skipper. This is the lug skipper, and it came in the other day. My sister just wanted a little bag, little shoulder bag. So this is a nice little lug bag. It's got three little zippers in it. She carries great big she was an executive salesperson, so she was always wandering around with big purses that were like briefcases. They were just huge, right? Not good for the back. And when you get older and stuff, who wants to be lugging lug bag, lugging that around? And talking about lugging, I also got her a little lug change purse. So that will be for my sister Tracy. Right? I got her what she wanted for Christmas. These brand new go for $80 to $110 US. Lug is a pretty popular brand, right? But I'm glad I didn't have to buy her a new one, right? I wanted to give her something that she wanted. This cost me $3.50 with my staff discount. I got a lug bag for my sister Tracy for Christmas, right? And I've got things on the table here. Like one of my goals for last weekend was to pull all the things out that I've been buying over the course of the year to get everybody's presents. Last year when I did it, I bought too much, so there were too many presents for everybody, and I don't want people to think that everybody's getting massive presents. I want everybody to get what they want, but I have to see what I have and make sure that I'm not buying too much. But this is one of the main presents that she wanted. So one main present taken out of the way, gotten out of the way. Another sister, she likes money, so usually I buy her a little present. This year I bought her slippers, and I slipped some money inside the slippers, so because that's the way she likes. She likes to go off and spend the money the way she would like to spend the money. She's not a very material person. She doesn't actually even spend very much money on herself at all. She just spends it on her daughter and on her husband, and making sure that the house is taken care of the best she can on her small pension, and her husband. Of course, her husband's contributing too, but they partner in that, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to put this over here. And then I have this little table here. A book. You guys know I've got always at least one book. This book is really useful knots, right? Being somebody who spends time outside, I would appreciate that, if I should come through a cave system. I don't know if you guys watch the, what are they called? Adventure Twins. They are cavers and they like to go off and explore caves. Some of these caves, they go in the morning and they don't come out until late at night. And I've seen them get so squished and in such scary situations where you look down and they're over a big hole and one wrong slip and they're going to fall 100 feet. But they're really good. They play it safe. They use harnesses and proper equipment and everything. But I like them because they go into these caves and they find crystals, right? And so I thought, being the curious person that I am, if I came across my own cave system, and Manitoba has caves, right? And wherever I am, that I wouldn't be able to help myself, that I would want to explore a little bit. But I thought it might be good because my dad used to teach me knots. My dad was a commercial fisherman, and he liked to teach me different knots and stuff, right? And I know a few of them and I use them like when I'm sewing and stuff sometimes with these knots because they're nice and strong and everything. So I thought this would be a nice book to have in my safety bin, right? At the very least, I would always know where it is. And if I should need it and I'm on the road, right, I'll have it with me. So, yeah, I got a book on knots, which is very rare for me. I don't often buy novels and I don't buy much of anything else. But on occasion, like I bought my condensed milk recipe book and I've done a couple of recipes out of that book already, right? Very delicious, but super fattening. Oh my goodness, so many calories in those treats that we make. And I was thinking about buying another can of that condensed milk when I was at the grocery store on Friday, and I says, "No, Cindy, you're not making any treats this week." So I went and I just put it back. I was just buying it because it was on sale, right? Okay, next thing, you guys. What do we got here? Oh, I got a pair of work pants. You guys don't care about my work pants, but they're in brand new condition. And yeah, they're really lovely. And they're on brand too. Uh Haiba in yeah, and they're in brand new conditions. These are gonna be great work pants. Wonderful. Like I said, I haven't even seen the stuff that I'm looking at right now. Um I won't show this because I got this for somebody's hamper. So I'm just gonna throw this over here. And then I bought a picture. Where is it? Oh, it's behind the wall here. Behind my I've got my jacket on right now because I had a little bit of a chill. I left my windows open when I went to work today and I came home and everything was so cold in here. So just for a little while until I warm up. So you guys see I have my group of 7 picture here, right? And let me show you. I want to hang it, but look at this picture. It does not fit with the pictures on my wall, right? I mean, the picture itself would be fine. I'm not particular about the color of the picture, but what I am particular about is the color of the frame. So I'm just going to lay that here. So what I did is I got a little can of paint. And I'm going to paint the frame so I can hang it on the wall. And I'm going to hang it right there. There's room enough for that picture right there. So they'll all be big pictures on that wall. And then the other pictures, can go somewheres else. So, right. And I only paid, I think, 75 cents, a dollar. I paid a dollar for a couple of rollers. And then I'll be able to hang my picture up. My picture of my group of seven picture from Ontario, right? That's all Ontario was like their muse, the group of seven. And yeah, beautiful, beautiful. And each one of them had a different perspective. I don't know about this. This is a bug killer lantern to take camping. I don't know if I'll ever use it, but it was right. It was inexpensive, and it's something, right? Especially in Ontario, there is a lot of mosquitoes in Ontario, and it was brand new in the box. It was $2.50. I don't like killing things, even mosquitoes. But I tell you, when I went out, I don't know if you look closely at my face on the videos, you'll see all the great big mosquito bites all over my cheeks too, right? Yeah, so I got this. I'll take it with me. I may or may not use it only because in September there's not a lot of mosquitoes going on, but this summer might be a little bit different. Right. I would like to maybe have some explorations here in Manitoba and take you to visit some of the favorite camp spots where I used to go to when I would just have some time off from work and stuff. And I had my own places that I like to go. I like to go camping. And I thought, well, maybe, you know, if I don't get to go off on bigger trips, that maybe we could maybe do some smaller trips this summer. And right. And if I'm thinking of maybe moving to a different city or something in my retirement, then right, I want to spend a little time in right this province that has been such an amazing home to me, right? You cannot beat the people here in Manitoba. It was the best thing I ever did for myself, and that's the truth, was to come to this province. And I only came to this province because my whole family was leaving me in Vancouver, and I couldn't stay there by myself, right? I'd never been by myself in my entire life. And then they were all moving to Manitoba, right? So I went to Manitoba too, and it was the best decision that I ever made. Let me have a sip of my coffee. I'm warming up now, so I'm going to take my jacket off. I love this little jacket. I got this jacket at work for $10, and it's just the perfect fall. It's the perfect fall jacket for me, and it's my style. You know, I like the plaid, and yeah, I'm happy for that. $7. I took a lot of clothes to work, like even some of the clothes that I did like, and I was just holding on to them because I was 5 pounds too heavy, or let's give it another year and see if I wear them, because I have a lot of clothes, and I have this rule that if I don't wear these clothes during the course of the year at least once, then they have to be donated, right? I'm not hoarding clothes. Okay, you guys are yapping lots. I'm gonna come back in the comments here for a minute. Okay. The one cave that I went into years ago had a run out of just from panic. Oh, you had to run out from panic? So you've been in a cave before? Do you have claustrophobia, Kathy? My sister Tracy has really bad claustrophobia. Is that what it's called? She can't be in confined spaces. She can't be locked up. She can't even wear really tight clothes or anything. Yeah, she doesn't like confines in any way. Andrew says, no caves for me. The spelunking club here somehow left a member behind in a cave, locking the door behind them. The young man licked condensation off the rock before being found. Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I can imagine. I wouldn't want to go caving myself, but I wouldn't mind being there when they enter and I just kind of hang out and be the bodyguard of their ropes or something, just so that they would bring me back some crystals. Because, yeah, wow, the crystals inside caves, especially those deep, deep ones, are absolutely amazing. Ah, left them behind, university connected. I hope they got into a huge amount of trouble. Wow, 2 days. That must have been before cell phones, was it? Would love to see you exploring Manitoba. Oh, would you, Kathy? I haven't for the longest time since I lost my car. And so when I get an opportunity to go on a road trip, right? I want to go on a road trip. I want a true adventure. And I guess sometimes, when I was camping in here in Manitoba, it was my escape for the weekend. It was, oh my goodness, I have 2 days off. Oh, and I would be jumping. It was an escape for me. I don't use my holidays now as a way of escape. I use it as reward, which is absolutely amazing. And yeah, I use it for reward, and I use it for goal setting, and I use it for the evidence that I can do it, right? It encouraged me, right? This trip that I took this year, it was ambitious. Oh my goodness. I shouldn't have booked 12. Oh, I booked 11. We ended up doing 12 different provincial parks, but I shouldn't have done that. That was very, very ambitious, and I think 5 or 6 parks would have been perfect for me at 2 or 3 days each, so that I could truly appreciate the parks, but appreciate the trails that are outside the parks too, because you know they have these walking trails specifically for people who are there camping, and they want you to stay and want you to enjoy. And I'm right, I'm getting up in the morning, and I'm taking that time, right? I don't want to leave because I got in there at dark, so I'm not leaving till 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But I ended up getting into my campsites. I think there were only 2 days that I got in all those campsites. There were only 2 days that I got to my campsites before dark. I think it was 2 days. It could have been three. It might have been three, but I think it was probably just two, right? And I was ambitious, but it was amazing. My trip was absolutely incredible, and it was everything that it was meant to be. It wasn't exactly the way that I wanted it to turn out. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it wasn't exactly the way that I wanted to turn it all out at all. And I didn't have any expectations because I knew there were going to be all kinds of mishaps and stuff. What you think about is realize. So of course there were mishaps and stuff. Oh my goodness, right? But it was amazing. It was just what I needed. And it was the evidence. So next year, right, I have till January 1st to decide. Then I'll probably spend another month kind of making a sketchy kind of plan in what I'm doing it. And then I will share it with my audience, the plans. And then say from March to, I'm saving money right now. There's money already put away, right, for my next set. But then I'll really apply myself, right? And do what I have to do in that creation of whatever that holiday is going to be next summer. I'd like to take my sister Alice out on one of my adventures, right? Maybe your boyfriend Tom would appreciate. I get along good with him, so maybe the two of them, and we could go off to Black Lake. Wow, that is fun. That was my favorite campground in Manitoba ever. And that was the first place that I made my first YouTube video. Yeah. My my first YouTube video, which was actually my first video altogether, it was actually a video application to get on Big Brother Canada. But I did post it. I did post it to YouTube. Yeah. Pretty interesting how life turns out. But I think I would have been an amazing character on Big Brother Canada. I know Kathy would have watched Big Brother, even if she absolutely hated that show. If she knew Cindy was going to be on Big Brother Canada, she'd be watching, right? The live feeds, because they have live feeds. You can watch us 24/7, right? And then she'd be glued to the TV with her bowl of popcorn, right? On, I think it was Mondays and Thursdays that they had Big Brother. I think it was 2 days a week. I used to love reality TV. I have not watched any TV in probably right. Okay. See, I had that hunch, didn't I, Kathy? Yeah. I was just gonna say I haven't watched TV in oh my goodness, years now. At least 5 or 6 years I have not watched TV. But a couple of times I go to my sister's and she's got the TV on. They watch lots of TV. And we used to watch Big Brother together. I'd go over to her house on my days off and make dinner and clean her house, and right, we'd watch Big Brother, and and that's where I got the idea that I wanted to be on Big Brother because I thought I could rock it. I thought I would win it, right? I was convinced. Oh my goodness, right? Nobody would vote me off. I would be right at the very end and I would play it so smooth just because of my ability to get along with all different kinds of people, right? That I would probably set myself up with the cool crew, right? Cover my end of the house, they covered their end of the house. And then I watched an episode. Like I said, I walked into my sister's house one day and she was watching Big Brother. And I watched the people on Big Brother, and Big Brother is supposed to be reality TV, and I didn't see the reality of the characters that were in the Big Brother house. And I was absolutely amazed by that because in all the years that I watched Big Brother, I never saw the phony baloney. I never, right? And you look, and then you watch the news, and you watch the broadcasters, you watch the different other reality shows like Survivor and stuff, and you look at the characters on those, and because I'm saying characters because that's what they are, right? All dressed up and wearing makeup to suit the camera lighting and everything, and nobody being genuine. And then I thought, oh my goodness, I would rock Big Brother. I would, right? Yeah. But I didn't have a big enough following to get on to Big Brother, right? Um, and that's what got me onto YouTube, right? Because it was my attempt to build my following so that I would have a better chance and getting in one of the seasons of Big Brother Canada. And that's how all of this started, you guys. That's how all of this started. Okay. Actually, the Cape fiasco happened maybe 5 years ago. Appalling. Oh my goodness. Oh, Kathy was claustrophobic in that cave for sure. It was so tight. Yeah, I was watching these adventure twins, and the rock from the ceiling was scraping their back, and they had to take their helmets off just to be able to get their head through a hole that they had to travel through. Hello, Nancy. Hello. But isn't that interesting? I kind of had a hunch, Nancy, that you would not have been a Big Brother kind of fan. If can I ask if you watch TV, Kathy? That what kind of shows do you like? What do you watch for entertainment? For like you, for me, I'm not watching TV, but on YouTube, when I'm not in the lessons, I am watching metal detecting videos. I'm watching other adventures. There's another Harold Balder. He's exploring Italy right now, Sicily. I think he's exploring. I have a few adventures that I like to follow, but it's metal detecting videos, bottle digging videos, um, and my history documentaries. I really love the Neolithic age, and I really love right cavemen and dinosaurs and fossils and crystals. I'm going to try and have a video up for you guys on Wednesday. I'm planning on working on it tomorrow. I've cleared all the last video. It was my computer had a lot of RAM being used up by the videos that I had on my computer. I'm so grateful for this amazing little laptop that I purchased, that I was able to design it the way that I wanted to design it, right? That I got exactly what I need to be able to edit my videos, no problem. It's nothing. It's just as even my internet just so fast. I am there. Okay. Next thing I have, you guys, is because I'm cleaning another chore goal for this weekend is to get underneath my kitchen cupboards. I do not like going underneath my kitchen cupboards. You don't know what's in there, and I don't even use the pots and pans in that cupboard. So I'm going to pull everything out of the cupboards, and I'm going to wash it all. And then in my donation bags, I'm going to donate all my bakeware and dishes and pots and pans that I don't want to have. Well, I don't have much weight in the dishes because I've already donated that. But my pots and pans, I'm sure I've got lots of pots and pans that can be redonated. And I bought myself a new pot with a lid. And I like this pot because it has the slider here. So you can let the steam out of it. It's also in brand new condition, and it's got a non-stick bottom. So yeah, I got a new pot, and when my cupboards are clean, it can go. I'm just gonna take the lid off, and I can throw stuff in that. So I got a new it looks like a 5 quart pot. Uh that pot cost me $7 with my staff discount. It was expensive, $10 pot. But right, I don't know how much it would cost if I had to go to the store and buy it. I don't really check out the pots. Just needed the one pot, so I took it. This cost me $1.50 with my staff discount. And there are a couple of inserts for my stove. I think I'm just going to throw the old ones away instead of getting out the oven cleaner and cleaning them. I'm just going to replace them, right? For $1.50. That works out perfect for me. And they'll be nice and shiny for a while, right? The ones I got in there are not in good shape. Something I needed. I got this for $1. These are expensive. They're like $25, $30 to get them, and got one new in a package, and it cost me $1 or $1.50 or something. So I got a new memory stick, so I can just transfer my video and keep them well stored. I got them up in the cloud, right? But I want to make sure that I have them in a hard drive too, so that if anything should happen, I've got them all. Oh, I got tons of memory sticks and memory cards and and storage. What do you call those things? Hard drives, storage hard drives. Like, yeah, I got a couple of those too. Okay, hello, Nancy. I watch some TV, Cindy, usually Netflix. One show that I love is called Alone on History Channel. Oh, so you like the history. Oh, oh, and Alone. There's this one woman I used to follow her. She's got a bushcraft channel going on. What was something girl? It was called Lost Girl. Was it called Lost Girl? Might have been Lost Girl. And she was on that show Alone. She was a female, and her and her husband, they live up in Alaska, and she's got her own YouTube channel. I think me and her started at the same time, and she's super huge now. She's got over a million subscribers. She almost quit lots of times. It was really, really hard on her, but she did a really good job, and she's doing a really good job now. And right, and she broke through in the most amazing way, and hopefully she's creating the best life she possibly can for her and her family. Yeah, Alaska. See, there is things about Ontario that I really like, that there's no grizzly bears. There are black bears and brown bears, but I've been around bears lots, so the bears themselves don't really scare me, but the grizzlies do, right? Because the grizzlies just look at you like you're food, right? No matter what, you are food. And I've seen how big mountain lions get. So when I'm out on the trails, it doesn't matter where I am. You'll usually see me with some kind of hat on, or like a high collar shirt, because the cats always go for your head and the back of the neck. So sometimes I don't compulse about it, but I always make note, and I am cautious and aware of that. Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't live in Alaska. Um right, polar bears too, you guys. No. Polar bears look at you like you're food too. Or a pest to be played with your claws. Yeah. Um Nancy says, right now I'm not watching hardly anything. I'm trying to figure out how to get the heck out of America. Oh my goodness, Nancy. Right? He's the president now. I know it's going to be tough, but he's not even going to get a chance to do a good job, right? Maybe you'll be pleasantly surprised, Nancy, and he'll do something to make your life a little bit better, right? Be optimistic, right? Be optimistic that there'll be some good coming out of it, because he was put in place for a reason. Oh, Nancy, right? Stay in America and save it from the big bad guy. Right? Don't leave your home. Don't let anybody force you from where you want to live. Right? Nancy, you're a free soul. Right? You can come and hang out with me if you want. If you want to be a honorary Canadian. Okay, next, you guys. Did I do that bag already? Oh, I'm dipping into a cup. Oh, you guys, this is amazing. This is my favorite piece, maybe. I forgot I had this. I love this. You guys, look at this lamp. Did I break it? Oh, I broke it. I broke two of them off. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I'm heartbroken. I can't believe I did that. Oh, did I do that? Oh, it's fixable. It's better when things aren't damaged. But isn't that a beautiful... Oh, yeah, this is fixable. Just crazy glue. You won't even notice it was there. I'll notice it was there, but nobody else will. It's a beautiful lamp. It's for my dining room, the blue. Let me turn it on so you can see what this lamp looks like, you guys. I just absolutely fell in love with it. I'm disappointed. I should have taken better care in bringing that home. Oh well. Here we go. And it's got a little switch too. Isn't that amazing? I just love it. It's really quite blue. You can't really see it in the in my lighting in the house here, but I see it quite clearly when I'm staring at it. Very pretty. I really, really love it. Just a little bit disappointing about those two things, but I don't cry over spilt milk. And it only broke off in two pieces. So I get out that crazy glue after my live show and it can be put away, right? It's for my new house. I am moving this spring. No ifs, ands, or buts. I am moving this spring. Part of the plans I haven't shared yet. I need something bigger, right? Not because I have lots of stuff, because, well, I have lots of stuff, right? I need to feel good when I walk in the door. I don't want to feel, there's lots of things about this apartment that I appreciate. I appreciate that it's cheap, 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 right? That I'm able to work part time, put a roof over my head, be able to spend the same amount of time, if not more, in expanding myself, right? Right? Making an amazing life for myself. But there are drawbacks, and having space is something that I do appreciate. Okay, we're just gonna, it's just a pair of pants there for work. Okay. I got a pair of gloves, you guys. This is my 6th pair of gloves. So hopefully these gloves, unless they're spectacular, I won't be buying any more at work. And so this was the last pair that I chose. It looks pink, but it's actually a bright dark red. Um, uh, 6 pairs of gloves. So we'll see at the end of the year how many pairs I have left. Usually I only lose one of the gloves, right? These cost me, with my staff discount, they cost me $1.50, right? Um and we'll see at the end of the year, at the end of the winter, how many pairs of gloves I still have left. But I picked up 6 for this year because that's how many pairs I lost last year. Well, I didn't lose 6 pairs. I think 2 pairs I gave away to homeless people, right? Because it was really cold and they didn't have anything on their hands. And because, right, when I buy gloves, I buy right? I buy good gloves. Like even these gloves, they're pretty gloves, but they're 2 pairs of gloves. You have the glove and then you have the other glove that fits over it for just a little bit extra protection, right? And then on the warmer days, maybe you would just use the one without the fingers, right? Yeah. So technically I lost 4 pairs last year and I gave 2 pairs away. Okay. This cost me $2.50, and they're poster rods. They're clips for posters, but so when you want to frame posters, and I have a couple of really nice posters, and the only poster I actually have on my wall, well, you can't see it, but I have a big Buddha poster on the wall here. But I do have a couple of posters, and I thought, well, if I have the frames, then maybe I could hang my poster, one of my posters up, right? Okay. What do we got here? All right. So I'm trying out different cards when they come in to work. I'm buying them and I'm just checking to see because I need to make some cards, and I'm trying different paper. None of the papers are working out for me yet. This seems like a heavier stock grade, but yeah, we'll give it a shot. If that one doesn't work, I bought a different one. I have a smaller package here, and that one might be a little bit heavier. We'll see. Whatever one works. I collect tiles. You guys know that if I get my kitchen, my own place, my own house, that I'm going to be tiling my kitchen with different kinds of tiles. Isn't that a great idea? So while I have been at my job, I'm taking the opportunity that when the tiles come in, I'm going to buy them if they suit my fancy, and so that I have all the tiles for when I'm ready to go to work. I had two tiles, not one tile. So I got these two tiles, right? They're beautiful. They're made in Bombay. Oh, so they're Bombay company tiles. Yeah, so pretty nice. They're pretty nice. So yeah, I like tiles, so that'll go in my bucket with my tiles. That will be a fun project, you guys, and I bet you it's going to be pretty cool when it's done. I might even just do like in the dining area, like a wainscoting up to maybe like the hip area or something along the dining room, and just tile all of that with different. I have all different kinds. It's mostly Mother Nature themed, but I like all kinds. I like all kinds of tiles, so I usually buy them all. Okay, I got a little picture here because it's the cream color for my decor. Things are changing in my apartment. I'm trying to take away the clutter, and one of those ideas is to get as much of the white and the cream into my apartment as I possibly can. And then my ornaments and stuff, that's the accents, but it's much better than having all different colors like everywhere, because it just looks so cluttered in here because this is such a small apartment, right? uh it's a little sign here. It says, "You've always been essential." Isn't that beautiful? I just love that saying. You've always been essential. And it was 50 cents. With my staff discount, it was only 30 cents. So I thought that was lovely. And that can hang up somewheres, maybe somewheres. Even as a bathroom picture, right? Okay. Um, oh yeah, that's another gift for the Christmas holidays for somebody. So here we go. We're still digging, you guys. I'm trying to go fast. I got a new Columbia. You know, I like my baseball caps. Green has been the theme for me this year, right? And yeah, it's a lovely little baseball cap. I like it. I like it. I look good in hats. I always look good in hats, and I have a couple outfits that this will really look good on. I'm just gonna put this stuff in my. This can stay on my desk because I want to make sure that I get an opportunity this weekend to work on that. It wasn't on my goal list, but now I'm thinking I would like to get it on my goal list, because if I can ground in my 54 words, right? I think I'm a little bit ungrounded at the moment, just in a directional kind of way, and in uh, but it's a November kind of way. I just have to plow through November. It's what I have to do every single year. It's no different. It feels no different than any other year. But sometimes in these lessons, I don't know, right? I'm thinking, oh my goodness, am I still in this? Am I still going to have Novembers like this? And I might. And if I do, right, I'll just plow through it like I do every year. right? And then when it's over until the next November. I got clothes. It's winter. I donated quite a bit of my winter wardrobe this year. Um, my tastes are constantly changing, right? I was grateful for the few um, clothes that inspired me. I go, oh, that's so pretty. Oh, because you see pretty people wearing these outfits and then you have the opportunity to grab them too. And you grab them because they're pretty outfits or they're on brand. And the clothes don't make the person, right? The clothes should reflect. It reflects the person, right? It doesn't make the person. It should reflect how you feel, how, right? How you want to present yourself to the world, or how you should present yourself to the world. I love orange. Winter is coming, right? I got a beautiful little orange orange sweater, right? I don't get much in the way of orange clothes. So when they come along, right? I grabbed that one. It was a no-brainer. It was $4 with my staff discount. I don't pay much for clothes. I think it was probably even cheaper than that. It was maybe $3.50. Maybe $3. We'll say $3. It was $3 with my staff discount, and I've got a really nice. Oh, kind of disappointed about my lamp. It's one of my favorite items. Well, the picture was my favorite item this payday for sure. Okay. Oh, this was my Halloween part of my Halloween costume, and the manager put a sale on the Halloween items. So I thought, well, that's a cute apron. If it's going to be $1, I might as well take it home and I can, right, put it in the chest for next Halloween, or maybe I'll wear something different next Halloween. But that apron is pretty cute, and I'll pass it along if I don't use it, right? It'll get used 100%. I don't hold on to stuff. It's not my thing if I don't want to use it. I donated all my socks except for my winter socks. You guys know I love the big fluffy winter socks with my winter boots. But I was buying all those Nike and Puma and Adidas little Bobby socks because, well, they were Nike, Adidas, and right. And so I donated them all because they just roll off my feet. I put them on and they were cute, but you couldn't walk with them, and then you'd have to stop all the time so you could properly fit the sock back over your foot, right? So I said, forget this. I do not like Bobby socks. But I didn't know until I started collecting the Bobby socks. So I gave a great big bag full of socks. So now I'm just going into plain old black socks, right? Oh, this one actually. Um, I got these ones for Andrew, is what I did. They're compression socks, right? And they came into the work. And I wasn't too sure whether they would be loose enough for his legs, because it looks like it goes up well over the knees, right? These socks. But I guess that's the whole idea of wearing compression socks, that they are a little bit tighter, right? And they were brand new. You can see they were brand new. So Andrew, I got you a pair of compression socks because you mentioned compression socks, and they do come into my work once in a while. So when I saw those, I grabbed them for you. So hopefully they work for you. If I get another pair before I send your package off, then I'll grab those ones too, just so that you have a couple of different size, that if one doesn't fit well, that the other one might. Yeah, so I just got some regular socks for myself because, yeah, the Bobby socks were just not working for me. They were cute and they were on brand, right? but they were not for me. My customers picked this for me. A couple of customers did, and I'm trying to talk myself out of buying things because I'm saving for my trip. I'm saving for my goals. I'm saving for this. I'm saving for that. I have different things that I want to accomplish this year. Like I need a new desktop computer. I need the dental work, right? We got a vacation to plan. I would love to do a workshop or a seminar, right? But these things are not cheap, right? And I don't want to skimp and I don't want to make plans and then fall back on them because, right, I couldn't come up with the resources or I couldn't get the time off work or something. So yeah, that's what I do. My customers picked this sweater for me. They said, Cindy, you love the green. I said, I know. I stopped. I looked at the sweater and I talked myself out of it. I did. I talked myself out of it. My $3 sweater that only cost me like $2.90 with my staff discount. I talked myself out of it, and I had two customers who said, Cindy, you have to have that sweater. And so I grabbed it. And you know what? It's super soft. It's a super soft sweater. And I did give a lot of my winter clothes away, like garbage bag full of really nice things that really brightened up the plus size section, right? I sometimes get a lot of frustrated with the plus size section because it's like all granny clothes and stuff. So they're always happy when I bring my things back because they know when I'm buying clothes that they will come back to the store and they know I'm buying nice things. I'm not just buying, right? I'm not just buying junk. I'm buying nice things. There we go. Like I said, the khakis, the greens, I absolutely love it. And so I got a blouse and this I bought this for work actually. I bought this blouse for work, but it's really cute. It's really wrinkly right now. It doesn't You'll see it. I'll wear it. You guys will see it. It doesn't look really good right now. Even the color looks dull and gray, and it's actually a khaki green. And it's a lovely blouse. And so I grabbed that for work. Um oh, this I got for my sister Alice. I'm not really quite sure what it is, but it's up my sister's alley. It was $2.50. It's called Eye on Me, and it says Modern Sports Science. Gives you the power of negative ions in a simple, attractive wristband that you can wear 24/7. You wear it at the gym, to work, while playing sports, in the shower. Professional and college athletes, amateurs, weekend warriors, thousands of others seeking a healthy lifestyle have discovered the amazing benefits of the Ion Me wristband, and it has its website. It says enhanced oxygen flow to the brain, mental alertness, reduced drowsiness. Oh, this sounds like something I need. I fell asleep at my desk again last night. My sister phoned me and woke me up. I'm just sitting at my chair and I'm just all calmed out. The next thing I know, I hear the phone. I went, oh my goodness. And I crashed out. Okay, I don't know how to open this thing. So give me a minute to figure it out. Oh, I got it open. It's brand new in the tag. It's in. Oh, is that a watch? What is that? I'm not quite sure. It's some kind of digital machine, but I'll leave that for my sister Alice to figure it out. It's some kind of I don't know. Looks expensive, whatever it is. Yeah. Oh, well, I'll give that to her when I see her. And yeah, I hope she likes it. I'll just put that here. I don't want to play with it until I can get it properly closed. Okay. Nancy says, as a woman, I'm losing my rights and my benefits. I'm angry. Is that a for sure, Nancy? Is that a for sure? Right? Did they did they give you a date, Nancy, of when they're cutting you off? That they're taking your rights away and when they're taking your benefits away? Did you get a date yet? Right? Right, it's making your beating yourself up and making yourself absolutely miserable over something that hasn't happened yet, Nancy. Right? It's Christmas time. You want to be happy. You don't want to be in that negative state. Wait until he does something to you and then go to battle. Right? My phone just went off and I'm not quite sure where it is, you guys. Just in case it's an emergency, I have a sister who's not feeling well right now, so I try to make sure that I get to my phone when I possibly can. Oh, I'm feeling old today. Oh, uh oh, Alice says it only says selected viewers by you can chat. Okay, well let me take a look here and just select go channel activity, remove. I guess I got to turn you into a moderator. Where are you, Alice? Ah, okay, you guys. So Alice says that it says that I can't. I have to moderate for people to send messages. So I will have to find out a little bit more about that, Alice, because it's not giving me anything on my screen except for that information saying, right, exactly what you're saying. It says only viewers selected by you can chat. You have it on commentary mode. What? Live commentary. Well, how do I turn it off, Alice? Top chat. I don't know, Alice. Moderation activity. How about that? Moderation. Is that good now? Pop out chat. I'm turning everything on. Participants. Oh, there's no participants. I don't know. Yeah, Alice, now you got me working things as I'm community moderation. Let's see what's going on here. Approved user. Oh my goodness. Paste the URL of each of you. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that's something I'm going to have to do for next week, Alice. I'll have to do some research on that. Right? I can't be working on that during my live show because, well, it's my live show. Right? But yeah, do some research on that piece, Alice. I'm glad that you're here checking out my live show. But you saw the bracelet there. But yeah, I'll check that. I know it gave me that notice when I did start my live show, but it didn't give me any information as to, right. It seems something new that I'm not familiar with. So I'll check into it. I'll check into it later. I didn't get much in the way of jewelry, you guys, because I'm going to try and slow down in purchasing the jewelry. I did get a. Are you there, guys? Oh my goodness. Oh, there. I'm talking to a different screen. Oh my goodness. And I went, oh my goodness, where is everybody? So I got a fish brooch and a stretchy bracelet for work, and just some beads. They're just made of some shells, right? Some seashells. So I thought I would give that to somebody for Christmas there. Okay, and that's all I got in that one. More socks, you guys. And I got myself a winter vest for winter. It's a nice, comfy, soft, heavy one too. So that'll keep me warm because in the wintertime I like to walk home from work whenever possible. Just because it's nice and bright. Everything is once the snow has fallen, it's very insulated. It doesn't feel as cold. It feels colder right now because there's no snow on the ground. There's no insulation going on. And it's very dark. It's very black. It's like by 3 o'clock, it's already starting to get dark here in Manitoba. So once the snow is on the ground, everything looks so bright, right? And I'll cheer right up on that. Okay, I just want to double check to see that you guys have seen everything. Yeah. Yeah. I think you guys I did it. Oh my goodness. Right? We got that all done. It wasn't as much, I guess, as I thought it was. A little bit of clothes for winter, so that was probably the bigger part of the cost because even though I'm getting things for $3, if I got 8 or 9 pieces, right, that's still going to cost me $30 in clothes. The picture itself that I got, that cost me $10. It didn't cost me very much. But I did spend $100. I did. And but I also, my head cashier who works for me, he works for me really hard. He got a really big Pokemon score. He got a whole bunch of teddy bears this weekend. So that cost me $10 too to buy him his teddy bears. But it made him happy. So, and it made him work hard for me, right? I got a couple of pots and pans. I am good to go. You guys, let me hear what's going on in the comments here, Alice. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Engage with your audience. Go to your live and in settings, remove commentary. Go to your live and in settings. Oh, she's sending me messages. Okay. Isn't that interesting? So you guys can send me messages and stuff now during the live show. That's pretty good. Participants? No, she's in. Yeah, I still have no idea how to work with this new setting. Go to channel. No, I'm not going to do this in my live show. I'm going to do it after my live show. And it's 9 o'clock now, you guys. That was my show and tell, but we really didn't have much of a conversation tonight. Usually the conversation revolves around some of the items that I picked up, right? I am pleased with what I got. And it wasn't money that was allotted. I picked up some extra hours. They're a little bit short staff, and so I put in some extra hours and stuff. So it didn't make a big dent in my budget, my monthly budget, because it was money that wasn't allotted for, right? Because it was just extra hours that I had picked up. But I have to remember too, tomorrow I got to pay my house bills, pay all my house bills off, right? So I can feel good. Come off holidays and I'm back in the black. I think that's pretty awesome, right? Because I very easily could have gone seriously in the hole in that. That was a very expensive holiday that I took. I could have gone anywheres in the world, and that's why I haven't even right. I haven't come up with any set plans as to what I want to do for next September, right? If I want to leave the country, go somewheres, it won't be somewhere's hot. I'm not a Mexico, Hawaii, right? I would do Peru. I would do, but even Peru is colder because it's closer to further away from the equator, right? But yeah, the heat is not my thing. I would much rather it be -40 than +40 any day. I know not everybody is like that. It's like 50-50. There are people like me who really enjoy it being cooler, right? And there are people who would just love just to, well, here in Manitoba, especially, they usually shut their cottages down in September, go home, pack up their things, and then they go to Arizona or they go to, where did they go here? Arizona, there's somewhere else where they like to go in the wintertime and they spend the whole winter there and then they come back in, well, most places, depending on where you live, you go in March. But if you live in Manitoba, you probably wouldn't come back until end of April or the beginning of May, right? At that point, right? May, June, July, August, 5 months. 5 months of the year you spend in Manitoba, and then the other 7 months you spend in somewheres warm and sunny. So you're constantly and only in the warm and sunny. Some people like that, right? I like all kinds of weather. I like varying weather for sure, right? But if you gave me a choice, I would choose the cold over the hot. You can always put more clothes on, and there's only a certain amount of clothes that you can take off. And yes, we live in the digital age. We live in an age of technology where we have that privilege of having air conditioner. But does that mean it'll always be that way? Right? Right? And then we'll be so spoiled, right? We will have lost our resiliency to be able to tolerate the heat, to be able to tolerate the discomfort. Yeah. Okay, let me get out of this setting screen here so I can go back into the community. Oh my goodness, where am I? I have no idea. No idea. Please don't let me end my show. I have so many screens open at the same time. You guys, let's say goodnight. We'll see each other next week. If you want to pop in during the week for What's My Good Cheer, I will be trying to go in early during the day. I find I'm able to um, stay focused in the job that puts the roof over my head and be able to come home, relax, knowing that I don't have to come into my live exhausted, right? Because I'm not here to just entertain, right? It is an entertainment channel, but it's in that presentness, right? That me showing up that I should be right there. I was here tonight. I'm tired, and that's okay. But when you're so exhausted, when like a couple of nights ago when I went live, I woke up at my desk and I went, "Oh my goodness, Cindy, you need to go to bed." And I said, "You can't go to bed. You got to do your live show, right?" And I don't want to say you got to. I want to say you want to. I want to, right? Do my live show. So, yeah, that looks like it's probably going to be my sister or maybe Nancy messaging me there with instructions on how to do it. Nancy's pretty smart that way. She gets me those answers. Alice says, I'm not able to chat to say goodnight to everyone. So she wants me to say goodnight to everybody because she can't join us in the conversation because I've got to authorize her. So I better figure out how to do that because right? Other people are going to want to join in on the conversation. I've never made my sister Alice a moderator. The reason you guys are just automatically grandfathered in is because you're all my moderators. And I should have noticed it that just my moderators were in my live tonight. But in any case, you guys, have a great night. We'll see you next week. I'll be in here tomorrow sometime. Wednesday, if I upload my video on Wednesday of my next segment of my holidays that I was on, I won't be going live. This is something that I decided that I'm going to give myself a day off from the lives, but it's going to be on the day that I upload a video so that there's still something being posted every day on YouTube here, right? Okay, you guys, that's it. We'll see you next week. Have a great night. Now let me come out of that settings screen again. How did I get back in there? You guys. Oh, close. There we go. Have a great night. See you next week. Okay, let's see.